Hello everyone, welcome to Code and Box Automation Lab. This is Shariful. Today we're going to see some exercise related to Java string. Some of the very common exercise during the interview. Usually they ask for this Selenium coding problem. Right, so if it's based on Java, they ask some of the questions. Some of the number of very common questions they ask from a string, some of them from arrays. So today's our exercise is based on a string. Here is a number of common exercises. Write a program for palindrome or compares reverse word. Write a program to count number of words in a string. Write a program to reverse each word in a string, and the last one is write a program to remove white space in a string. Okay, so let's get back to our Eclipse and start how we can solve the first problem about the palindrome. Let's minimize this. Okay, so we're here. I create a class. I create a class is called Palindrome, and then with the main method. So here I'm going to create a variable, a string variable a, and let's I have a given string. It's example madam. Okay, so my problem, it's about the palindrome. You know probably about the palindrome. It means whatever the word or string is given to you, you will reverse. So I have a letter word from madam, M-A-D-A-M, so I will start to reverse each and every character from this string. Say that the last M will be the first, then A, then D, then A, then M, and I will put this reverse word in another string, and I will say string B. Then I will compare the string A and string B. If they match it, if they are equal, I will say this is a palindrome. If it's not, I will say it's not palindrome. Okay, this is the problem. So I have a given string is a madam, and I put in a variable. I declare another variable is called B. And it's an empty string. Okay, sorry. So this is an empty string because I will reverse the string A and I will put it in a variable which is a B. So that's why I declare as another string empty string is name is B. Okay, so now our concept is I have to reverse the string A. So it means how I'm going to do this. So let's see an example. Here, say I have a word is madam, M-A-D-A-M, right? So this string A, if I consider this one in an array, so what is the and follow the index. So index M is index in 0, A is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4, right? So this is my last index. The M is this and M is my last index. So I have to, since I have to reverse, so I have to start the character M. So my pointer should be here. So to get here, I can use a for loop, and if I get one by one, if I get the letter M first, which is the index number 4, then I will decrease my my length from M to A here, which is the index number 3. Get this one, and every time I get one character, and I saved in a variable. And then when I get the next one like A, I will add this A with my previous character, and I will convert this one to as a string. I will save this one as a string. Okay, so in a in an array, if I use a length method in Java, there is a method, it's called length method, to get a length of a string. Okay, so if I use if this is a, I put in a variable, this is string. If I use a dot length, if I use the length method for the in this variable, so length method will give me the total length of this string a. So length will start at count from 1. So 1 2 3 4 5. So my total length of a is equals to 5. But I will use a for loop, and in for loop I want to follow the index. So indexing, my m is in 4, is my index number is 4, and where is my length? In a length, my total length is 5. So if I want to follow the index number, then I can say my m is in a dot length minus 1. If I say a dot length, if I say a dot length minus 1, which is a dot length is equals to 5, and if I say length is 5 minus 1 is 4. So if I follow the indexing, my indexing is my m is index is 4, then if I use this part in my for loop, my pointer will be in m. So, and then I will decrease my total length one by one, and I will go move up to my index should be my loop should be up until index 0. Okay, let's do it. So I will say, I will create a for loop for, then so integer I equals to, I will start, my pointer should be in m, the last m. Okay, so it means I will say a dot length. You can see there's a length method which is in Java to get the length of a string, as I said. So I'll say a dot length minus 1. It means it's 4, which is the indexing is 4. It means my last m is index number is 4, so my pointer is started from the last m there, and I will say my condition. The second part of the for loop should be condition, right? The condition is, I will say I greater than equal 0, right? So the value of I always would be greater than equal 0, because the first m, when I will start it from this last m, and it will come up to the first m. The first m index number is 0, so my value of I should be always greater, or my loop will continue up until the index number 0, which is the first m, right? And then I'm going to decrease the value of my I. Okay, so that's the loop. So it will continue, this loop will started from the last m and will continue up until the first m. And what I want to do, so my pointer when is the last m, I will, so m is an individual character, so I want to say I want to get the character of the index based on index I. So first index I is 4, so it will get the m character, and I'm saying get this character, and then add with my empty string for the first time, which is b, and put in a b variable again. So it means it will get the m, first time it will get the m, and second time, and b is empty string, so it's nothing, and it will saved in a b variables, which is the string. So my m will be string. Second time it will get the a, the value of I will be decreased, so I is the first time is 4, so it will decrease to 1, so it will be 3. It means it will move to a, right? And this condition is true, I is 3 is greater than equal 0, yes. Then character of I, which is 3, 3, which is means it will get the A. So and it will plus with my the previous the value of my B. So previously I had a M, so now it will add with a. So it will be MA and it will saved in a B variable. So same way I will be decreased and will get the character based on the I, and it will add with my last string of B, and it will saved in a B variable again. So this way it will get all the character from the last M to the first M. Okay, and when the loop is done, I need to just compare. I'm going to say if a dot equals ignore case, a dot equal, you can see there is a method called in Java equals ignore case, and the return type is string, another string. So it means you can use this method if you have two string. Okay, if a dot equals ignore case with a B, so that's the one I'm gonna compare, and I'm saying if they are equals A and B equals, I'm going to say sys out. I will just print, I'll print a message. I'll say sorry, it is palindrome. Otherwise I would say else I would say it's not palindrome. Sys out, so not palindrome, not palindrome. Okay, so pretty simple. So let's save it and then run it. Here we go. It is, you can see in console it's called, it is palindrome. Okay, pretty straightforward. So again, I have a string, the madam, and put in a variable A, and then I take another empty string B, and then I run a for loop which is started the reverse, get the each and every character from the last the character from the last character of my A string, and run this loop up until the string 0, I mean the index 0, and every time I get the character, I added with my previous string and saved in a B variable. So that's where my B variable get the reverse word of my A, and then I use a if statement, use the equals ignore case to compare between A and B to a string, and I print just a message if it's if both are same. You can see if say I change the value, the string A, say madam, say madam H, right? Let's see if I just change this one, save it, then run it. It's not palindrome. So if you add another character with the string A, you can see if it's reverse, it's not a palindrome. So that's a way we can compare two word and based on our palindrome. Okay, that's it for now, and we'll see the next exercise. Welcome back. So our next exercise, it's write a program to count number of words in a string. So if you have a string, say it's like sentence, hello world, or I love programming, okay, whatever it is, and we have to write a program which will able to count each and every words. It will able to give us the total number of words in a string. Okay, let's see. So and this problem, so I created, let's I can explain. I create a class is name number of words in a string with the main method. Okay, and then I will take the string from my system. It means I will get the string from my keyboard. So in Java, okay, to get a input from your system, which is from your keyboard, there is a class. It's called a scanner class. Okay, and it has a lots of method, like to take the integer input, to take the string input. Okay, we'll see. So we'll take a input which is the string. So let's I would say sys out, and then I will print a message first in our system, so that it shows okay, asks me to enter the string. I will say enter the string. Sorry, string, and after that, I will enter the string from my system. So to take a input from a system in Java, there is a class. It's called scanner class. So and which is the Java, it comes from the Java library, API. It's a part of Java library API. So we can use that class, and inside of that class, as I said, there is a lots of method to take different type of data, like integer, string, all this different type of data through a method. So to use any free class, from the Java, we have to, if there is a class, we have to create an object of that class. So let's create an object of the class. So a class name is scanner. So I use the new keyword, okay, scanner class, and I have to put in a variable, this one say s, and then return type of the class should be the same class name. The class name is scanner, right? And if you hover your mouse, it will import the related package of the scanner class. Okay, and if you hover this, you can say add argument to match scanner file. So we, in a scanner class, when you create an object of a scanner class, it's expect an argument inside over here. So the argument would be system dot in, you can say input. So it means it's it's accept some input from where, from system. Okay, so and then now if you use the variable s, object variable, object reference, which is the s, and it has the knowledge of all the method in a scanner class, you put the s dot, you can see there's a lots of other method. You can see has next, so I will use next some method. Okay, next is a string, next you can see next int, you can see there is a next int to take the integer value. Next line, you can see this is another method is called next line, to take a string value from your system, right? So and then I will put this one in a variable, which is the variable, say let's say a, and the return type is a string. So after I take the, so this method will take the string variable, okay, from our system when I will enter some string value, and I will store in a variable, right? So now in a, so example, I enter hello world. So a now have a hello world, this string. So I will count now how many word it has. It has a 2 words. So how can I count it? So since a is a string, a variable is string, I can split this a, so it has a 2 word, like hello world, like it has a, let's show here, let's clear this guy. So example, it's hello, there will be space here, and then world. So a now, so a string has this 2 word, hello world. So there is a space here. So what if I can convert this string, and I can put this string in an array. Say I put in an array b, okay, I put this one in an array b, and so what would be, and based on my I can split this 2 word based on this empty space. There is empty space here, right? So if I split it, so hello would be 1, and world would be the another data or input, so it will be hello, and then world. So my array would be hello world, and it will be split it, since I said if I can split it by this empty space, and that time it will be divided. One part would be one, each and every part would be will count one element, and this is a 2 element, and the array would be like this. So if I can count, then I can count the length of this array, which is 1 2. Okay, let's go. So here I can say, so let me split this string A and put in a array. So I would say I can split. There is a method a dot split method. You can see a dot split method to split it, and what I'm going to split between space, empty space. So you need a space, and after that I store this this two word in a array. I give a name, array name, it's like so what's array name? Say let's words, and this is the array, right? And let's, what would be the return type of the array? It's still the same, string, right? And after that I will say, let's put a space here, yeah. And then I will use the length method in this array. It will give me the total number. So I will say sys out, say let's number of words in a string is, so is and then use the concatenation. It's the what's a number, so I will use the length method in words array. So words dot length, right? Length method. So it will find the total number of the word, or the element in this array, which is the words array, right? Let's save it and then run it. Run Java application. Okay, it's saying enter the string. So let's enter the string. Say hello world, hit enter, and you can see the number of words in a string is 2. Okay, so that's the easy way through the Java, using this split method. Put in an array and then use the length method in this array. It will tell you the number of words you have in this array. Okay, that's a way we can easily find it, the total number of words in a string. Thank you guys, and I will see you in the next problem. Welcome back. So our next problem is, if you see here, so we did the first two. The third number, how to write a program to reverse each word in a string. It means if you have a string, say example, I give a variable name string str and send, then it's a Java programming. Okay, Java programming, and return type is a string. So say I have a variable str and it has a 2 word Java programming, and I have to write a program to reverse each and every word in this string. So it means Java will be reverse. Our return type would be reverse of Java. Say it would be reverse of Java, it means AVAJ, and there will be space, and then it will be reverse of programming. Sorry, there is a G missing here, so it will be programming also. So it will be reverse of programming word too. So our G would be the first for the programming, then N, I, M, M, A, R, and so on. So each both word in this string would be reverse, and it will be return our that's the way it will be returned. Okay, so we'll need another variable, and each and every word would be reversed and stored on that variable, and we'll print that variable. That's the problem. So let's declare another empty string where I will finally store after the reverse every word, and I will store up there and I will print there. So let's return type is string, and I would say reverse string wrap string and it will be empty string for now. Sorry, empty string for now. Okay, okay, let's now, so here's the one thing, just remember, when you have any problem related to this string, it's always easy, this is a tips, always easy to convert this string to an array, and then you will find to solve the problem very easily. So let's here we'll do the same thing. We'll convert this string to array. We'll save this string in an array, and since there is a empty space between Java and programming, so I will split this string with the empty space, and I will store in a variable, in an array variable. Okay, so as there is I'm going to use a split method in Java. You can see split method, and then I would say split empty space, and then so str now is splitted through by empty space and store in a variable, in a variable I give a name words. Words is a variable, and it's stored in a array, and the return type of the array is a string too, right? Now the words have Java and programming. Okay, so let me show you similar way. Let's clear this. So now my str which is Java programming, right? And I split it this two word by empty space, and it's stored in a words array, which is, so array, my array have two data, which one is Java and then programming, right? And this word, so this is an array, and word, this is my first index, which is Java is in 0 index and programming is in index number 1, right? And this is the way so it's an array, right? And so now let's go here. I will run a loop. So my solution would be just run a loop started from the index number 0, which is for the Java. So I will run a loop, and the loop first starting loop would be index number 0 from the 0. So for Java, so in that loop inside I will run another loop which is called nested loop, and this index 0, which is mean Java, I will put in a variable, say variable example B. I will put this one Java, which is nothing, is index 0 value, and then B over here I will reverse it. Okay, to reverse it I will run another loop, another for loop, which is a nested loop. It means there is an outer loop, there will be inner loop to reverse each and every word, like a Java, when the index 0 will be Java, when index 1 will be programming, and I will reverse it from the last value, and every time after I reverse I will put in another variable. Let's do it. So let's run a loop, outer loop, to cover each and every word in this words array. Integer I equals to 0, and then I would be, since it's a 0, so it would be less than length, words dot length, because I started with the 0, so my there is a 2 word, only 0 and 1, and length would be of a array length is 1. It started at 1, so it's a 2 length, so you know, my I value would be always less than length, right? Words dot length, this is my, and then last part is update, so I will increment the value of I. Okay, so this is the outer loop. This loop will maintain how many words, you know, I have in this length, in this word array. And then inside this loop, because first I will get let's get the value of I, so let's this one dash. Okay, so if I put the value of I, so I is now 0, which is the first one, which is mean Java. So 0 in 0, index number 0 have a Java word. So, and I will put this one in another variable, in a string variable, it's called word, right? And then this is a string, right? Return type would be string, right? And now I need to run. So now I have, just remember this, okay? What is really happening here? What's really happening? Say for the first, it's like word equals to w, okay, words, isn't it? Okay, the value of I first is 0, which is words 0, and it means 0. So in my index, in my array, I have the 0 index value is Java, so this is Java, right? The first index is which is 0, and the value is Java, so Java is now is word variable, word index variable. Okay, so now this one, it means this word I will reverse it. Okay, to reverse it, and I will store in some another variable. Let's give it another empty string variable declare. Okay, string, say rab word equals to empty string, right? I declare another empty string, and so that I can reverse this word with the Java one reverse, and I will store it up there, right? So to reverse it, let's create another inside loop, which is the nested loop, and I will start integer, and here my starting the loop will start from the last value, the last characters, which is say for Java JAVA, so it will start from the A. To my pointer should be on A, so to start my starting loop would be from the A. Then I will decrease the value of I one by one. It will come up to index number 0, which is Z. So to put my pointer in the last character on A, how can I do this? I will say integer. We have seen the similar the issue, similar programming for the palindrome. So it's the same thing I will apply over here. I will say integer I equals to I would say word. We'll get the length dot -1 dot length. So the length of the word string, it's which is the 0 1 1 2 3 4 4 minus 1 which is the string 0 1 2 3, which is the string number 3. It means is the character A, right? So this, and then my J will be always greater than equal. I have to run the loop until index number 0, and then I will decrease the value of J. Okay, and then here, I put the I, so it should be J. Okay, so this will reverse the each and every word, and this one will, when the value of I will change, next time it will be increment the value of I, which means it will be 1. It means it will move in my array, it will get the value which is the programming. So in Word would be the programming, and it will do the same thing here and this loop will reverse the word based on the value of I here. So now what I want to do, I want to get the reverse word, the last character of this value of I. Say Java, I will get the last character which is A. So it will be, it will be word dot, so I will get the character at depends on index J index, which is the last one, right? The J is now is pointing on the last A, and I will this character I will add with this empty string, so that is converted to string, and I will save it again in this word string. Okay, and it will keep continue. So the next time J will be decreased. So first the value of J is now 3 and it will be 2. It means the pointer would be on B, right? And it will meet the condition yes, and then it will come again to get the character of J, which is B plus the previous. It will add with the last one. Last I had a, so it will be A, B, and both A, B will store in a reb word. Okay, reverse word. So it will keep going on. So eventually all Java, the string will be reversed and saved in reb word, right? And at the end I will come out from the loop, jump out from the loop, and I would say I need to store this one in a variable. So this reverse word I need to saved. I need to save this one in another variable. Which is the final variable. This is the final reverse. Okay, I will just see this one. I will this and then plus. Let's see you understand or not. And then plus, let me explain you. So what I have did, so then now this reverse word have the reverse of the value of index based on index. So when it's index 0, it will be reverse the word Java, and the reb word have the reverse word of Java. And so I saved it here, and there's a reb string. There's another variable at the beginning I declare, which is empty string. So there is nothing. So it's a reb. First reb string have the reverse word, which is the reverse word of Java. Similarly, this will this loop will keep continue. It will go back to here, increase the value of I, which is now it's which is nothing, is programming. So now this word have a word which is this variable word have a programming. It will do the same thing here. The nested loop inside a loop J will work on the programming. It will reverse it, and now this reb word will have the reverse again. So now this reverse, previously this reverse holding the reverse word of Java, and the new reb word is now have the reverse word of programming. So I'm saying, okay, the new, this is now programming reverse, and the older one, and every time there will be space, and then again it will come to with the reverse word of the second index, which is the programming, and both of them will store in reverse string this variable, and there will be empty space between these two. Okay, and at the end I will print this reb, the final reb string, this variable. Okay, I will print it outside here. Here, this is the one. Let me see where here. Okay, I have to print it. I will print it. Okay, here. Let's print it. Sys out. Sorry. system dot println. Let's print it. Alright, I'll print here. Oh, I did a mistake. Print. Oh, what's wrong with this? Okay, let's run it. Okay, so I printed at the end this one, and you know what? Let's put some images here. The reverse word of str. Let's put this one. The reverse words of str are okay. Let's save it and then print it. Okay, here we go. The reverse words of str. So str, it means Java programming. R, it's the reverse is, you can see the reverse of Java here, and the reverse of programming is this. Okay, so it's a little bit complicated, but it is a very easy concept if you understand the palindrome. It's the same. We just have to add another extra word in our string and do the reverse each and every one. That's it. Okay guys, I will see you in next the problem. Welcome back. So our last problem is write a program to remove white space in a string. It means if you have a string, say example, I have a string I love Java, so and we have to remove all the space between the I love and Java, remove all the space and print rest of the string in a variable. This is the problem. Okay, say I have a variable called a string, and I'm going to say I love Java. Okay, and let's put the return type as a string. So here is a there is a space between I and love, and there is a space between love and Java. So our problem is to remove those space, white space, and print all together this string and as a string. So it will be print I love Java, and there will be no space between love and Java. Okay, that's my problem. So how can I do this? Since this is a string, I told in my last the problem when I was solving, if there's a string, always try to convert in an array. You will see your problem will solve much more easier way. So since it's a string, what I'm going to do, I'm going to example convert this string in an array, but in character array. I will tell you why. Because when you remove all the space, your all I love Java all will be in one string. Okay, so we can easily count one by one and get all the character, the character without a white space from my array, and then I will put in a variable, and I will print that variable. Let's see how can I do this. So I'm going to convert this string to a array, but character array. There is a method is called character array. You can see there is a method is called to character array. So this string will convert to array, and data type would be character, right? And let's put this one in a variable. The variable I would say ch, and it's an array. Sorry, ch is an it's an array, and return type would be character. Character. Okay, so now, and so what I'm going to do, so let's go to here. I can explain you. So here is my string. It's I love Java, and I put in a character array like this. So I would be in one, so one by one. Okay, since it's a character, so now each and every the letter of a word will be stored in one place, right? So I, and then there is a space. For the space there will be one space here, okay, one spot here, then love, LOVE, and there will be space here, and then JAVE. Okay, now what I can do, I can run a loop, and this is our index. Index is started from 0 up to 10, and for the empty space there is a string 2. There is a index 2. So this is 0 to 10. So I will run a loop in this array, ch array, starting from 0 up until 10. Okay, started from 0. So I know the length, so my condition would be I less than length, and it started I equals to 0. It started from 0, and then I will increment the value of I, which is from 0 to 1, but inside the loop, so that this will cover from starting from I to A, from starting to last character, which is A, my loop. And in this loop I will only I will store the get the value of the array, which one is not equals to empty space. So it means I will get the value of character from this array, which is not equals to empty space, which is not equals to empty space. It means which one have the value. Say like index number 0 has a value, index number 1 doesn't have a value, so I'm not gonna take this. I'm saying I will get the value if there is in index number. Based on index number, if there is a value in this array, I will only get this value. So it means if there is a empty space, I'm not gonna consider that. So I will only get the value of index from this array, which one is not equals to 0, which is not equals to empty character. It means it has some value, not empty. Like, so it will only consider I, L, all those the value which index have the value, not the empty. So empty will be not considerable. Okay, so that time, and I will store this one in another variable, say str1, and then I will and str1 is gonna be as I will declare as a string, and then I will print this one as a string too. So let's do it. It's very simple, you will see it. So now I have the array, ch array, storing all this I love Java, as I showed you. So let's run a loop, and my loop will start integer I will start from the 0 index, and it will continue up until end of the my array, so which is the length of the array, length, and I will increment the value of I, right? So this will cover all the way this ch array. Okay, and inside this I'm saying, just notice this is the key part of this programming problem. If I'm saying if ch of I, so whatever the value of the I, say value in I is 0, whatever the value of I, if ch of I not equals to empty character, right? Empty character. If chi, so when is I is 0, so ch of I is 0, it means in 0 it's I, and then in index number 1 it's nothing. I'm saying index of I from this array, if not equals to empty string, if it's not equals to empty string, get this the value from that index, get the value from this index. It means I'm just ignoring the empty space. So it means, you know, I'm ignoring the value of empty space. The index have what index? Say index 1 is empty space, index 6 is empty space. So I'm just ignoring the empty space, the index number which is belong to empty string, right? Empty space. So now I'm saying it will only consider those index which have the value, not empty character, which is the character, you know, the so I'm saying let's this one I need another variable. I need to get that index if value indexed value of this array is not equals to empty character. It means it has a character, not is empty. So get that value, get the value of consider to that same index and saved in a variable. Say I give a name variable str1 and add this one with the previous one, because I have to add all of them together, right? And let's say str1 I declare, I have to declare this str1 as a string, right, in a global level. Let's declare here str1 equals to empty string, right? Good. So now str1, this is the one. So now this will get the value of one is 0, which is means I. It will have the I, and because I value of 0, it has a value, it has a character, it's not empty, so it will get it. And next one is a empty, so it will not consider. And next one it will get it has a character, so value of like 1 2 index, it has a value like L3 index, it has a value, so it will get one by one and it will add with the previous one. So it will add with the previous one and is stored in the same variable, and variable type is string, right? str. So let's now at this the way, you know, I will get all the character without a empty space, and it will also store in a variable which is the str, which is the string. And I'm going to print it. So let's out of this array. So it's out. I'm going to say let's print a message first. The string after removing the space is use the concatenation, and then, you know, print this str variable. Clear? Looks good to me. Save it. Let's run it. Here we go. I say the string after removing the space is you can see I love Java. There is no space between the love and Java, whereas initially we had a space here, right? Okay, pretty much that's it. So I already cover all these 4 problems. Write a program for palindrome, write a program to count number of words in a string, and write a program to reverse each words in a string and remove the white space in a string. Okay, I hope you understand. If you have any concern, question, please make comments in below description, you know, and then I will give you the answer. Hopefully it's very helpful, and this is the most of the time, especially for automation engineering interview. If they ask any question regarding Java, or regarding the coding issue, you can answer any language. So you'll prefer Java. If you prefer Java, this is the most of the times they ask the question from the string. Those are one of them. This is the most common question usually they ask during the interview. Thank you so much, and you have a good one.